Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different video. I think this could be kind of cool to be going over certain shows and animes and other things and what characters they would main in Valorant or other video games. But today I'm going to pick Evangelion and what characters they would main. I only picked about 9 people in the show though, just because some of these were a little hard to pick and I don't know if some of the more background or tier 2 or tier 3 people would be the best to go for this. But here we go. Starting off with Shinji. So I really think Shinji is a Sage main and maybe alts on Sky every once in a while. I picked these for him because I feel like healers are somewhat reluctant people to pick their type of character, and they kind of get forced into it, like the show. But every once in a while, the healer pops off and hard carries, and I feel like that's what Shinji has done in the show. So I feel like this is a very, good pick for them, and this is the one I will not hear any criticism on, or the next one. These next two, I'm not taking any criticism on. If you don't agree with me, you're wrong. Next, I'm going to move on to Asuka, and I really think Asuka is a duelist. That's why I picked Jet, because that's the main duelist. And then the alts would probably be Reyna, Neon, and Killjoy. The only reason I picked Killjoy is just because of the Germany connection. Other than that, Asuka is 100% a duelist. And if you don't agree with me, again, you're dumb. I'm not taking any criticism on these because Asuka is a duelist, like Shinji is the healer bottom. There's no argument to be had here. Now I'm going to move on to Rei. I feel like Rei is definitely a deadlock ISO main. She's emotionless. She also knows what her role is, I feel like, the best in the shows. And, ISO and deadlock mains tend to know their role the best, I think, in the game. And they can step up, but they will probably get bodied, if not uneven. Next, I'm going to move on to Kaji. I think this is one of the real hard ones that I came to. But I do feel like Kaji is probably a Harbor main. I don't know why. It just kind of felt right on that one. If you guys have a better option for Kaji, I'd be more than willing to hear it. But I feel like that fits him quite well. Next, we're going to move on to Gendo. Bro is 100% a control freak, and I feel like he definitely mains Cypher. Like, Cypher is his only thing that he would play, and the only reason he would ever pick Sova is if somebody insta-locked Cypher before him, which is probably like a 1 in 100 chance. So, 100% Cypher. Next up, we have Miss Miyazato, and this is another one that I feel like was a little bit harder to pick. I did go with Gecko mostly just for the Pen comparison. I mean, now that I think about it, maybe Viper could have been a good pick. I don't know. She is kind of toxic, and I mean, if you do put enough acid on her red flags, they could become green flags. So that could have also worked, but that was like a last second addition. But I do think Gecko is the one just because I need to get Pen in here somewhere. Okay, next up we have Kawari. I have no idea how to say that guy's name. We're just going to go with Shinji's boyfriend, because that's probably what he's going to be called in the comments as well. He's definitely Shinji's duo, and I do think Yoru is his main. I could also see him maining Vise as well. All angelic, a little evil. I feel like that fits those two characters well. And I also do feel like he's the kind of guy that would get 3 kills in almost every round and then lose in a gunfight, and then his team fails to get that last 2 kill and then they lose. That seems like what this guy would do if he played Valorant. Next up, we have Ritsuko, and I feel like she is definitely a KO main, possibly a Chamber as well. Smart person, likes robots. That's why I felt like the robot one went well with KO. And it also seems like she's the kind of person that could one-shot somebody across the map. Also, definitely a person that only plays once a month and still somehow Diamond 3 or Gold 3, I don't know. Just that type of person. Last but not least, we have Mari. I feel like she is probably a Chamber main or Killjoy. Again, another character that was a bit hard to pin down, but she seems like a person that would 100% smurf as a platinum in an iron or a bronze lobby. Just gives off that type of vibe as a person. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this bit of a different video. If you have any other, shows you want me to do, leave them down in the comments and I'll be more than happy to make a video like that. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next week.